In Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5, the Bible tells us that God knew us from the beginning.
I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart and appointed you as my prophet to the nations.
God formed your frame around your divine appointment, and in it, you carried God's message to the nations. This was God's core purpose for making you. We shall call it CP, core purpose. God looked for a suitable womb to place you in, and after 9 months, you were born. That's when all hell broke loose. The world began to install its own programs into you. You are too much. You are too weird. You aren't beautiful. You will never amount to anything. You are a failure. Your CP got covered up in confusion, fear, self-doubt, and uncertainty. And this garbage formed a hard crust around your CP, and you were unable to pick the signals from your maker, God. You became alert and responsive to the programming and the signals of the world. You believed what the world had to say about you, and fatigue, depression, hopelessness, and despair became a part of your life. A cocktail of secret addictions became the norm in your life, and the world agreed that this is where you are meant to be. After all, they said, this is how life was meant to be. But one day, you decided enough is enough. You are not going to allow yourself to be broken by the world anymore.
I am done living like this. This is not my life. This is not the life I signed up for. God, help me.
You had expected an automatic reset. Instead, God pointed you to a path of non-conformity, purification, renewal, and realignment. You encountered the Purposepreneurs Academy and was directed to a pipeline, which we shall call the Purposepreneurs Pipeline, or Triple P. The Purposepreneurs Pipeline has 3 chambers. First, the spiritual chamber. This is where God turns your heart of stone into a heart of flesh, making you, once again, sensitive and responsive to His voice, teachings, and directions. In the second chamber, this is a soul alignment chamber. This is where all the grit and dirt of unforgiveness, jealousy, bitterness, selfish ambition, resentment, shame, insecurity, worthlessness, and guilt are washed away, and a new mindset of peaceful clarity is installed. In the last chamber, that's the strategy chamber. This is where all the retooling happens. Your information is turned into knowledge. Your knowledge is then turned into skill, and your skill is then turned into strategy. This includes marketing, client attraction, structures, and systems to help equip you for the good work that God has placed in your core purpose. The Purposepreneurs Pipeline then opens into the world with a gush of refreshing service in love, fruitfulness, abundance, inner fulfillment, and complete joy. Activate your core purpose today. Join the hundreds of progressive purposepreneurs in the Purposepreneur Academy. Register today. www.purposepreneuracademy.com